Within Crest's advanced industrial intake zone, raw materials enter a controlled environment where precision, cleanliness, and scale come together to begin a carefully engineered transformation. With mechanical precision, the transport vehicle tilts slowly, releasing its load as trained personnel oversee every movement inside Crest's strictly regulated facility. In dramatic slow motion, raw bones descend through the air, colliding and breaking as gravity pulls them toward the next stage of refinement. From within the pit, the scale of the operation becomes clear as materials surround the space, emphasizing the power and control of Crest's industrial process. Automated gates respond instantly, guiding materials forward with flawless timing, ensuring nothing moves without purpose or direction. Hydraulic systems activate smoothly, applying controlled force to move materials ahead, demonstrating Crest's balance of strength and precision. As materials transfer onto the conveyor, illuminated pathways guide them forward, signaling the beginning of a continuous, carefully monitored journey. Beneath the surface, rotating mechanisms bear the load effortlessly, supporting the flow with engineered stability and endurance. The conveyor carries the materials onward as fragments shift and settle, every motion calculated, every detail accounted for. Stretching far into the facility, the conveyor reflects Crest's commitment to scale without compromising cleanliness or control. Robotic systems align perfectly overhead, preparing for the next phase with exact synchronization and flawless timing. Powerful streams activate instantly, stripping away impurities and revealing cleaner surfaces beneath controlled force. As residue washes away, purity begins to emerge, signaling the transition from raw material to refined input. Rows of freshly cleaned material move forward, the environment reflecting Crest's signature standard of purity and precision. Ahead, intense heat awaits, marking the shift from cleansing to transformation within Crest's tightly controlled process. Warning systems glow softly as the furnace prepares, signaling a high-energy phase governed by exact parameters. The furnace opens to reveal controlled intensity, where extreme heat is carefully harnessed for refinement, not destruction. Materials transition seamlessly onto heat-resistant supports, moving steadily toward the heart of transformation. As they enter the flames, surfaces react instantly, beginning a fundamental change under precise conditions. Inside the furnace, impurities are eliminated, leaving behind only what meets Crest's strict material standards. Color shifts reveal progress as raw elements become purified, their structure evolving under controlled heat. Internal systems maintain perfect balance, circulating energy evenly to ensure consistency throughout the process. Emerging from heat, the transformed material cools gradually, its purity now clearly visible. A single fragment demonstrates brittleness, confirming the successful completion of thermal refinement. The cooling phase stabilizes the material, preparing it for the next step without compromising integrity. Airflow systems maintain balance as temperature normalizes, protecting the refined structure. Ahead, industrial grinders await, ready to convert refinement into usable form. Control systems activate, signaling the transition from thermal processing to mechanical precision. Massive components begin moving, their power restrained by Crest's exact engineering standards. As fragments approach contact, anticipation builds for the moment refinement becomes powder. Steel meets material, releasing clouds of fine white powder that signal successful transformation. Within the chamber, controlled force breaks down structure, while preserving purity. The resulting powder flows smoothly, uniform and consistent, meeting Crest's exact specifications. Settling gently, the powder reflects the success of every step before it. Automated systems seal the materials securely, protecting its purity for the next stage. Guided by intelligent transport, the container moves forward, glowing pathways leading it onward. Laboratory doors open to reveal a sterile environment where formulation and science converge. The journey continues inside the lab, where precision chemistry will transform purified material into Crest toothpaste. Inside Crest's pristine laboratory, the journey continues into a space where absolute cleanliness meets advanced scientific control, setting the foundation for trust and performance. Robotic systems move with deliberate care, gently securing the sealed container, ensuring the refined material remains untouched and uncompromised. As the lid opens, a soft cloud of white powder rises momentarily, catching the light before settling, a visual symbol of purity and preparation. The powder flows effortlessly into a crystal-clear chamber, guided by gravity and precision engineering, working in perfect harmony. Rows of identical mixing chambers stand aligned, showcasing Crest's ability to deliver the same flawless quality at industrial scale. Digital control panels glow to life, translating complex chemistry into real-time data that guides every microscopic adjustment. A lab technician observes calmly, confident in a system where human expertise and automation work as one. A robotic pipette descends with exact timing, carrying a measured dose essential to the toothpaste's effectiveness and safety. The glowing blue liquid meets the white powder, triggering a carefully controlled reaction that begins the transformation process. From above, motion begins as internal paddles rotate smoothly, blending elements into a unified composition. Stainless steel mixer blades turn steadily, folding ingredients together with strength, balance, and consistency. For the first time, the toothpaste texture reveals itself, glossy, smooth, and refined, signaling successful formulation. The chamber walls flex subtly as the mixture thickens, demonstrating elasticity and ideal viscosity. Additional ingredients enter with precise synchronization, enhancing performance without disrupting balance. Each material is scanned and verified instantly, ensuring only approved components move forward. Fine. Particles disperse seamlessly into the paste, leaving no clumps, no imperfections, only uniformity. The mixture evolves into a flawless, reflective surface, designed for comfort, protection, and confidence. Across the lab, multiple mixers operate in harmony, each delivering the same high Crest standard. A digital temperature gauge stabilizes, confirming ideal conditions for long-term product integrity. Cooling systems activate quietly, maintaining balance without interrupting the flow. Testing equipment approaches with calm precision, ready to validate texture and performance. A thick strand stretches smoothly before separating, confirming perfect viscosity and control. The paste settles gently into the beaker, holding its shape without splatter or waste. The technician gives a subtle nod, approval earned through measurable perfection. Lighting shifts softly as the process transitions from formulation to production. The finished formula begins its journey forward through sealed transfer systems. Inside the transparent conduit, toothpaste flows effortlessly, protected and pristine. Pressure valves adjust automatically, maintaining smooth, uninterrupted movement. The laboratory opens into manufacturing, continuity preserved through intelligent design. Polished machinery stands ready, awaiting the perfected formula. A subtle Crest emblem appears, reinforcing trust without distraction. The flow pauses briefly, controlled pressure building in silence. With perfect timing, the valve opens, releasing the toothpaste forward. For the first time, the formula enters the tube-filling corridor, marking a new phase. Support systems activate beneath the line, preparing synchronized motion. Empty white tubes approach, clean, uniform, and ready to be filled. Filling nozzles lower into position. Anticipation, building with precision. The production line stands fully synchronized, ready to transform science into Crest Toothpaste. A massive roll of glossy laminate stands at the heart of the production floor, carrying Crest's identity across its surface, waiting to be shaped into trust. With controlled motion, the roll begins to unwind, Crest's colors flowing smoothly through the frame with perfect alignment and confidence. The laminate travels forward into the forming system, guided by synchronized rollers that pull it ahead with absolute precision. Alignment sensors scan each passing logo, making invisible adjustments to guarantee flawless branding at speed. Steel arms activate in harmony, folding the flat material inward, transforming it step by step into a hollow tube. The edges meet perfectly, heat sealing instantly into a seamless white form, purity locked into structure. Fresh Crest tubes rise upright, bright and pristine, their branding crisp and unmistakable. The empty tubes rotate slowly on a circular carousel, presented like finished products even before filling. From above, perfect spacing and symmetry reveal manufacturing discipline, refined to perfection. A single tube locks gently beneath the filling system, secured with care, ready for its transformation. Inside the transparent nozzle, 3 separate channels hold red, white, and blue paste in perfect balance. The streams begin to flow, merging smoothly into a single striped motion that feels almost hypnotic. The combined paste descends into the tube, stripes remaining sharp, promising performance and precision. From the side, the tube fills steadily upward, pressure balanced, air eliminated without disturbance. Inside, the glossy surface rises smoothly, reflecting light with a premium, finished feel. Across the line, multiple nozzles fill rows of tubes together, efficiency matched with consistency. Sensors verify the fill level instantly, a green signal confirming perfection without compromise. The filled tube releases gently and glides forward, motion calm and controlled. Conveyors carry the filled Crest tubes towards ceiling, reflections shimmering across clean, white plastic. At the crimping station, metal jaws move rhythmically, heat building anticipation. The tube's base enters the jaws, plastic softening precisely under controlled temperature. With a smooth press, the seal forms cleanly, a soft breath of steam marking completion. The crimp cools instantly, edges crisp, structure secure and flawless. Sealed tubes stand upright once more, branding centered and confident. A robotic arm lifts a finished tube with balanced strength and care. Under inspection lights, the tube rotates slowly, the Crest logo passing with quiet authority. A UV scanner sweeps across the surface, coatings briefly glowing under advanced verification. A bright green confirmation appears, signaling approval without hesitation. The robotic arm places the approved tube back onto the line with perfect control. Dozens of finished Crest tubes flow together, production rhythm smooth and unbroken. The camera moves alongside the line, showcasing alignment, cleanliness, and precision. Guide rails adjust automatically, maintaining perfect spacing without slowing movement. Overhead lights highlight each Crest logo briefly, like moments of recognition. The production line opens toward the testing zone ahead, atmosphere shifting subtly. Safety markings pass by, reinforcing discipline, control, and responsibility. A single tube pauses briefly at the gate, tension held in silence. The gate lifts smoothly, granting permission to proceed. Powerful testing machines come into view, standing ready to challenge every tube that enters. The reinforced testing chamber comes alive as Crest toothpaste tubes arrive, surrounded by thick industrial walls and intense white light, setting the stage for the ultimate challenge. A massive hydraulic press looms overhead, its polished steel reflecting the Crest logo below, building tension in a space designed for absolute truth. The press begins its descent slowly, shadows tightening as precision machinery closes in, every millimeter controlled and deliberate. Under pressure, the tube compresses visibly, plastic flexing with strength and resilience, refusing to crack or fail. At peak force, toothpaste bursts smoothly from the cap, a glossy white arc frozen in time, dramatic yet perfectly controlled. The paste lands cleanly against a clear shield, spreading evenly without splatter, its premium texture fully intact. The press retracts calmly as the deformed yet unbroken tube rolls aside, the test ending in quiet confirmation. A robotic arm collects the tested tube and redirects it toward recycling, responsibility built into every outcome. Another Crest tube is secured tightly within a mechanical squeezing rig, clamps aligning with surgical precision. The rig applies repeated pressure from multiple angles, the tube rebounding smoothly each time without damage. Up close, the surface reveals no cracks, no stress marks, branding pristine despite extreme force. The rig releases the tube, sending it forward as the conveyor resumes its steady rhythm. In a bright lab setting, a scientist prepares for performance testing, toothbrush in hand, Crest tube nearby. Toothpaste flows onto the bristles in a perfect ribbon, glossy and smooth, signaling controlled formulation. A stained yellow stone waits on the platform, rough texture and discoloration clearly visible. The brush makes first contact, paste spreading evenly as anticipation builds. Circular brushing begins, gentle, foam forming as brightness increases with each motion. Stains lift and dissolve under close inspection, transformation unfolding in real time. Half the surface gleams white while the other remains stained. Undeniable visual proof of effectiveness. Final strokes reveal a fully clean, sparkling white surface, light reflecting with clarity. The scientist pauses, inspecting the result with confident satisfaction. Stone rotates slowly under bright lights, flawless from every angle. Beside it, the Crest tube stands proudly, cause and result clearly connected. Multiple tested tubes line up on a steel table, pristine and reliable, ready to move forward. Approved tubes return to the main conveyor, merging seamlessly back into production. The line splits ahead toward packaging, efficiency and order guiding the flow. Automated gates direct each tube precisely. Mechanical intelligence at work. Tubes glide smoothly into the packaging zone. Cardboard and machinery waiting ahead. Packaging systems power up, robotic arms unfolding in synchronized motion. A robotic arm grips Crest-branded cardboard, texture and color rich and premium. In one smooth movement, the cardboard snaps into a perfect box shape. Inside the box, a Crest tube slides in gently, snug and protected. Multiple arms operate together, forming and filling boxes in rhythmic harmony. Box flaps seal cleanly, edges crisp, finish flawless. Sealed boxes move forward, glossy surfaces catching the light. Ahead, the heat tunnel glows softly, plastic wrap ready to secure the product. Boxes enter the tunnel as the wrap tightens smoothly around them. They emerge wrapped and reflective. Crest logos sharp and pristine. Stacks of wrapped boxes move toward palletizing. Warehouse scale coming into view. A robotic palletizer arm lowers gracefully, lifting Crest boxes with strength and... The robotic palletizer glides into motion, lifting multiple Crest boxes at once, combining raw industrial strength with calm, deliberate grace. From a low angle, the arm lowers its load onto the pallet, every edge aligning perfectly as precision replaces noise. The boxes settle firmly, shrink wrap shimmering under warehouse lights, signaling readiness for the journey ahead. A second layer stacks seamlessly, the arm rotating fluidly, turning logistics into choreography. A barcode prints and applies instantly, transforming stacked boxes into a traceable promise of reliability. A green indicator lights up beside the pallet, quietly confirming completion and approval. The warehouse reveals itself in scale, rows of finished pallets stretching outward in organized calm. An electric forklift approaches smoothly, reflections sliding across the polished concrete floor. The pallet lifts effortlessly, suspension adjusting as weight transfers. With quiet confidence. Moving forward, the forklift travels a long aisle, Crest branding repeating like a rhythm of trust. From above, the turn is graceful and controlled, logistics executed with intention. Close to the ground, wheels roll across markings, texture and motion grounding the moment. Loading bay doors rise, daylight flooding in, marking the transition from factory to world. Outside, the forklift approaches a waiting Crest truck, sunlight catching metal and motion. The truck doors open with precision, hydraulic systems responding in silence. The pallet slides inside smoothly, guided without resistance or waste. Inside the truck, pallets secure themselves, safety designed into every mile. The truck pulls away as doors close, one chapter ending, another beginning. At sunrise, the truck moves along the highway, Crest's logo glowing with purpose. From the air, it travels through a waking city, carrying consistency forward. Arrival at a modern distribution center continues the flow without pause. Inside, automated systems unload pallets, mirroring factory precision once more. Boxes glide along conveyors, scanners flashing green with approval. Sorting systems redirect each box, reach expanding toward countless destinations. In a retail stockroom, Crest arrives neatly, order preserved to the end. A box opens carefully, revealing pristine toothpaste tubes inside. On the shelf, tubes are placed perfectly, labels facing forward with confidence. The fully stocked shelf stands bright and balanced, brand presence unmistakable. A shopper's hand enters the frame, human choice meeting engineered trust. In slow motion, the tube lifts from the shelf, becoming the hero. It settles into a basket, a decision made with quiet certainty. Now, at home, the tube rests on a clean bathroom counter, in soft light. The cap twists. Open with a subtle click, readiness revealed. From a low angle, the tube rises as a hero, logo-centered and proud. It rotates slowly, light tracing its contours with elegance. Up close, the Crest logo reveals detail, texture, and authority. Tube and toothbrush rest together, balanced and complete. A soft halo forms around the tube, freshness made visible. A drop of water splashes nearby, purity frozen in time. The Crest tube stands alone against white, confident and clean. The cap seals shut with precision, trust locked. In stillness, the journey completes, from raw material to a product trusted every day. Out of pure white light, a single Crest toothpaste tube emerges, centered and calm, standing as the result of precision and trust. The camera moves closer as light glides across the tube, revealing a smooth surface shaped by care and intention. At the edge of the cap, every ridge appears perfectly formed, a tactile reminder of attention to detail. The tube rotates gently, Crest's colors catching the light in sequence, confident without excess. Tiny droplets form on the surface, freshness suggested through subtle realism rather than words. From below, the tube rises against a soft gradient, quiet dominance filling the frame. The background begins to flow, transforming into abstract white motion, symbolizing purity and protection. Light shapes itself into flawless enamel-like forms, a visual promise of healthy smiles. Beside the tube, a toothbrush rests naturally, ready and clean, part of a daily ritual. Once more, toothpaste flows onto the bristles, a perfect ribbon formed without effort. Up close, the texture reveals itself, smooth, refined, and consistent to the core. Light passes through translucent forms, sparkling softly, suggesting freshness and confidence. The tube and brush float together in simplicity, modern design meeting everyday use. A gentle motion in the light adds life, calm energy without distraction. The Crest logo fills the frame, crisp and bold. Authority, earned through reliability. The camera pulls back, revealing the tube surrounded by a soft halo, the hero revealed. Reflection aligns beneath it, symmetry reinforcing precision and balance. The tube completes its rotation and settles forward, intentional and assured. At the seam, the finish is flawless, manufacturing excellence implied without explanation. Positioned thoughtfully in frame, the tube feels composed, professional, complete. Cool highlights build softly around its edges, separating form from space. The cap clicks shut with certainty, a quiet moment of reliability. Abstract white waves flow outward, protection spreading beyond the product itself. From above, tube and brush align perfectly, clean geometry expressing clarity. The background blooms gently, while the product remains sharp, focus unwavering. Printed text reveals raised detail, craftsmanship visible at the smallest scale. Ambient light increases slowly, signaling completion and confidence. Subtle sparkles glint briefly, polish without exaggeration. Tube and toothbrush stand together, balanced and ready, advertisement perfect. Now the tube stands alone, timeless against pure white. The frame holds steady, allowing trust to settle in silence.